The internet is going to be at Asmongold's throat, and I will make sure that none of this misinformation gets spread any further. I will have my homies back, but apparently the internet is turning on Asmongold once again, and I'm not going to stand for that shit. It's ridiculous. Asmongold's one of the best people I've ever met. Let's see what retarded ass shit they're saying about my boy here. Let's hear.
For we have seen countless examples on a near daily basis where members of gaming studios go on unhinged rants on social media that ultimately reflect negatively on the studio they work for and also on the game that they helped create. And today is no different. We're going to be talking about the horror game Mouthwashing that is very popular, very well received, released on...
I played this game in its entirety. I have it on stream and I have it on my YouTube. This game was fantastic, and Anya was incredibly f***able. And yeah, I jerked off to the porn. It was great, and people need to relax over caricatures being made of video game characters. The internet is full of a bunch of pussies. They need to shut their mouth and realize that if there is a female in a video game with big boobs, they're going to get sexualized. And it's not a big deal. They're pixels. They're cartoon characters. They don't care. All right, so these people need to shut the up about it.
Only a few months ago, where one of the people who helped create this game has gone on an unhinged, anti-woke, hating rant on social media, claiming that people who criticize wokeism in the gaming industry are homophobes, and even specifically addresses this towards people like Asmongold, who he...
Listen, man, I'm not homophobic because I'm anti-woke. I'm homophobic because I need to chill. This is insane.
Also wishes would not be welcome in any community surrounding this game. Now, where did this drama start? Well, it actually began with a pretty popular Japanese artist here who has over 500K on Twitter. They made this art featuring the character Anya from this game. Now, this is good art, and you might be asking yourself, why are there thousands of quotes, mostly in English, about this post?
Scroll down.
Well, a lot of people were having a meltdown over the way that this character was drawn.
Who cares?
Hundreds of death threats addressed to this author. And let's just see a couple of examples. So this user provides this person saying,
all right, dude, I'm not going to rob my community of that whole artwork because that shit is hot as fuck. People need to relax, bro. It's fucking pixels, bro. That bitch looks so fine, bro. It's ridiculous. People need to chill the out trying to police R34. Oh God, they're jerking off to it. Oh my God, somebody stop them. Just shut up.
Die a slow and painful death to the artist. This person saying, I will effing kill you. Another person saying, pull the trigger.
These people are so stupid, it's insane.
And there's also a lot of virtue signaling in the quotes. This one is
surprise,
very
surprise
of other similar opinions. And this
virtue
one has
signaling on Twitter,
likes,
I'm
just
shocked.
So you know. Let me read this. In quotes, this isn't weird, it's just a drawing, end quote. Everything you draw reflects you as a person, whether it be your humor or morals or your interest or something. That's why people don't effing like it. Fiction is based on reality and can affect reality the same way reality affects fiction. Now, before we address this absolute mess of a tweet, why are people so angry? Well, the reason the overwhelming majority of people are attacking this artist is because they believe it's justified because this character was essayed at one point during the game. Now, addressing that point, I find it very weird and incredibly infantilizing to say that once a person is abused in any sort of a way, they can no longer be sexualized or express themselves sexually for the remainder of their life. That's a very weird point if you're making it about...
Hey guys, I've been sexually assaulted. You're more than welcome to make R34 of me. Okay, and here's the other thing. I'm a real human being. I don't care. Okay, this shit is fucking, it's delusional.
About a real person, it's even weirder when you're making it about a fictional character. Now this post with 10,000 likes, like I said, runs on the premise of fictional content you consume can affect your reality. That is not just a bad take, that is a diagnosably bad take. This is why we need to reopen mental asylums, because opinions like this are becoming increasingly popular. This sort of fiction affecting reality take was something we saw in the 90s with soccer moms who were trying to get violent video games banned because they believed if their kids played these violent video games, they would turn into violent people themselves in real life. We saw this whole crusade championed by Jack Thompson for many years, where he tried to get Grand Theft Auto banned for very similar reasons. Ultimately, all of those campaigns failed because they had no evidence to support that normal people would succumb to this claim right here, and that sort of opinion of fiction affecting reality was mocked for decades, until recently, where somehow, especially among young people on social media, this opinion of fiction affecting reality is becoming increasingly popular and supported with absolutely no evidence whatsoever. I'll make this very blunt. This is a totally normal opinion. Like, if you disagree with this, you're just wrong.
Let's hear it.
If consuming fictional content affects you in real life, especially in terms of your violent behaviors and things like that, you are mentally ill. And even hotter take, they'll probably send a lot of these angry people on Twitter into a coma. We should not cater artwork and media generally to the concerns of mentally unstable people. That's just a fact. And people like this are trying to justify attacking people because of this entire unsupported belief about fiction affecting reality. And if you want one more anecdote before...
I think this is a gray area. Now, do I think that we should base our civilization to pandering to the mentally ill extremists on the internet? No, absolutely not. However, I do believe that any adult character can be depicted in any way, pretty much that any developer wants to do that to them. Because what I believe that happens to two consenting adults behind closed doors is they can do whatever the fuck they want. Now, I will say, I do think it is weird when it comes to drawing children doing sexual things or doing horrific murderous things to children. Like, I'll be real, like playing a game about killing children, like that's just fucking, that's weird. I'm sorry, you can't change my mind, that's fucking weird. But as far as it goes for just whatever's happening to adults in video games, even orcs, even other mythical creatures, I don't really care. When it comes to doing weird shit to kids on the internet and doing weird shit to kids in like video games and anime, that's where I draw the line. That shit's a little bit weird. But other than that, I feel like adults, pretty much, you can just fucking do whatever. It is what it is.
Before we move on from this post, a lot of these people...
And if you disagree, that's totally okay. I understand it's a gray area. But that's just for me.
People who say fiction affects reality, they consume a lot of media, characters and shows and alike, that express good morals and about, they teach you about treating people well and having empathy and tolerance and all those things. But in reality themselves, they're very intolerant and aggressive people who do not support any of those morals they consume in fiction. It's proof that fiction for them does not affect their reality. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sending death threats to artists for having the nerve to draw a character that they don't approve of. But anyways, we would get kind of the bad ending here where the artist would apologize. And they would say this: I apologize for making everyone feel uncomfortable.
I hate this.
I was listening to it.
I hate when the artist bends a knee. Because when people bend a knee, it puts blood in the fucking waters. And this will allow them to further their behavior on other people who did nothing fucking wrong. I hate it, bro.
A live video of this game while I was drawing, and the moment I saw Anya, I thought she was cute, so I drew her. I haven't watched everything thoroughly, so I don't know much about this character. Sorry, everyone. Now, to give them, some understanding here, like, clearly having thousands of people in English attacking you and saying you need to be game-ended and all these things, it's probably a very overwhelming experience. I'm not surprised
for a new person who's dealt with this,
like
sure.
this.
For me, it's like, oh, I'm getting death threats. Oh, wow. Look, it's another Tuesday. Insane.
As always, trying to apologize to the mob.
What do you guys think?
99+% of the time.
Chat, do you get afraid when somebody says they're going to kill you in your Twitter DMs? Is that like an actual unnerving experience? To me, I just don't care.
I
get
only
hundreds of
to
those
the
a
benefit
day.
of the people attacking you, right? It gives them a feedback loop where they say, oh, if I attack this person or artist generally, I can get them to succumb to my whim. I can make them do what I want by harassing them enough.
Yep.
And it's just not a very good thing.
It's fucked.
But things would take a turn when this account called Wrong Organ, who is a developer who worked on mouthwashing, they would come on to Twitter and make a post related to the situation saying, some MW fan creators have been receiving harassment over works that others have found distasteful. If you see fan works that you don't like, block/ignore. Any form of harassment is unacceptable. If you can't be respectful and considerate, this fandom is not the place for you. Incredibly based developer right here saying, I don't know, the completely rational thing in a situation like this. If you don't like the way fictional...
The problem is that people don't know how to just ignore shit they don't like. They let it consume them and they say, this isn't allowed to exist in this world, rather than just pressing the fucking block button. It's insane. Like, there are people who take cyberbullying fucking seriously. Like, bro, close your eyes. It all goes away. Turn off the computer screen and it's gone. The problem is that we live in a world that is just paraded by weak, angry people with megaphones. And they will make sure that they are heard. And they will make sure that they inconvenience you any way possible. And the best way to deal with them, ignore them or show them that you're happy. The greatest revenge to someone who's wronged you, and this is very true, and I live my life towards this every day. The greatest revenge to someone who's wronged you is to live a happy life. It will drive those people fucking insane. Them being so driven by hatred and anger and wanting you to die. And every time they look at an update, they see that you're doing better than you've ever done. And it drives them insane because they want you gone. They want you dead. And then they see you living the life they wish they could live. And that's what you need to do.
Art is being portrayed, just block it and ignore it. That doesn't justify going out and harassing and attacking people. It's just ridiculous. This is a very normal opinion. This should be the status quo for pretty much any fandom across the internet.
Yep.
Now, things would get interesting when Asmongold would make a video talking about the situation. I mean, you can watch the video for yourself, but there's nothing crazy going on in this video. He obviously disapproves of the bizarre harassment going on here and thinks this whole thing is insane. But enter the latest person in today's saga.
Oh, here we go.
Martin, a he/him audio and music person who worked.
Oh man, here we go. Let's see what this soy motherfucker said.
At Wrong Organ. They worked on mouthwashing. So, this person has 5,000 followers. They are now in protected mode on Twitter. Why is that? Well, they made a series of posts here saying, the anti-woke crowd has found the game and I feel sick to my effing stomach. Being on Twitter is going to be unbelievably painful from now on that I don't know if I can be active on here. I don't have the energy for this.
God, just shut the fuck up, man. So pathetic. Bro, you can tell by that dude's Twitter bio that he is a weak soy bitch. Oh God, Asmongold played our game. I'm gonna be sick. Dude, when your fucking bio looks like a Pokédex entry, I can already tell that you are the weakest motherfucker on the platform, and that's just the goddamn truth.
Referring to Asmongold simply defending this artist who was being harassed, and also he expressed interest in possibly playing the game as well. So first of all, if you're feeling so unwell that someone you don't like is playing your game, that you have to take a break from social media and you're feeling physically ill, I think it's time for a break and possibly a therapist.
It's even funnier, this whole hidden replies button. See that? Hid replies. Good God, what a weak bitch.
Top of that, this whole idea of attacking people and trying to...
Asmon beat the game yesterday? Yeah, I beat the game 2 days ago, and then I beat to the game yesterday.
Gatekeep who's allowed in your community or who's allowed to play your game is a massively bad decision for someone like this or anyone in the gaming industry generally, especially when they're going after Asmongold, who has as much influence as he does. But on top of that, he would make more posts clarifying what he means by anti-woke, where this person says, referring to Asmongold, he seemed interested in the game and he said he'd play it after hearing about the controversy. So I'd say the more people experiencing your art, the better, even if you don't like
here we go. Here we go.
Completely rational point. Where Martin replies by saying anti-woke means anti-gay, means anti-me as a dev.
No, it fucking doesn't. Anti-woke does not mean anti-fucking-gay. Dude, I'm worried reading this guy's Twitter post is going to give me an AoE effect of becoming retarded.
I've seen that dance many times before. I do not want him playing it regardless of exposure because it's making me feel like absolute shit.
Good God, bro. Go outside. Get in the gym. These people are so weak, it's fucking crazy. That is pathetic. Bro is retard maxing 100%.
And then this person says it doesn't mean that though, yada, yada, yada.
We all know who this bro would choose in 5 hearts under one roof.
So this person is claiming that anyone
Call bro SpongeBob how soft he is.
Wokeism generally is anti-gay. So you're essentially claiming that Asmongold and any other person who criticizes wokeism is homophobic. That is a pretty bold claim in some.
All anti-woke means is that people are more logic focused rather than emotion focused. And that is all it means. Unfortunately, over the past 5, 6, maybe even 8 years, the internet has been run by how people feel rather than people who want to operate under the basis and conforms of reality. And we don't want to be labeled by some extreme label because we have 1% distaste or 1% disagreement with you. We don't want to be ruled by your feelings. We don't have to live by your mental illness. That is all anti-woke fucking means, is that we want to operate underneath the confines of what is real, not in how you feel. That's it. Hopefully that makes sense.
Would consider that slander, especially since it's very clearly directed towards Asmongold in this situation. And again, just more gatekeeping because you don't like the person playing the game. You would rather less people be aware of your game because you don't like the person sharing it. That's insane. But they would continue on also attacking Mark Kern. So this week in particular, Asmongold has somehow played a role in pretty much every topic we've
more proofs that mouthwashing devs are based. Oh my God. Dude, grifter, the #1 misused term on the entire platform. Oh, you disagree with me? Oh, he's a grifter. Oh, this guy thinks something different than me? Oh, yeah, he grifted. Grifter just means this person disagrees with you at this point. It doesn't mean anything else.
Covered, but another person who's had the same thing is Mark Kern, aka Grums, the former team lead at the OG World of Warcraft. They made a tweet talking about Grums about a week ago, saying Grums has no effing seat at the table, a failed dev and a failed grifter, forever a loser, referring to the fact that Mark Kern wanted to basically support this game after seeing the artist.
I'm tired of hearing that word. I know.
What a nice person, having an unhinged, jealous meltdown of someone who had a very successful career in the industry and continues to be a valuable member of the industry, getting called a failed dev and a failed grifter and a loser by this person who's having panic attacks on social media because Asmongold dared to support their game. And of course, this person would go off of Twitter and they would switch over to where else?
It really is
Blue
pathetic.
Sky, the echo chamber, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the woke people. And they would say this, taking a mini break from socials because the last few days have been draining. I just don't know how to handle this kind of stuff. Oh,
bro. You want to know how to tell a weak man from a fake man or a weak man from a strong man? This guy needed to take a break because Asmongold played his video game on social media. These people are so weak. These people are so spineless. It's insane.
Oh, woe is me. Professional victim.
Oh, I can't handle
right
Twitter
here.
right now.
Basically, this person makes a bunch of unhinged remarks, attacking and potentially slandering large content creators as well as many potential customers of this game. And then, after making those public statements, gets public criticism and is now saying, woe is me. You know, you basically get what you deserve. If you want to share these sorts of opinions and be edgy online and attack people who want to support your game, by the way, then you reap what you sow. You're going to have to deal with the consequences of this.
True.
And, you know, nobody's going to feel sorry for you in the process. But overall, I mean, this seems like a great game.
It is. It's great.
This is something that is a unfortunate blemish. I mean, it doesn't reflect negatively on the game itself, but it creates a bad reputation surrounding the people who created it because of the actions of one person. That's really all it takes. And if you think that's unfair, well, that's just the reality. People don't want to support games when the people creating it hate them.
Yep. I absolutely fucking agree. That dev is psychotic. He's mentally unwell. And honestly, he should just get off social media immediately because he's AOE spreading the idiocracy that he himself believes so truly and wants to dictate his reality on others. I think it's pathetic. People can play whatever the games they fucking want. Asmongold playing your game isn't going to ruin it. If that gives you a panic attack, just get a fucking grip. Good Lord.